More than 700 New Yorkers have signed up for the City of Yes housing plan hearing. It's Wednesday, October 23rd, and this is your New York Daily News. Wednesday's forecast calls for sunny skies in New York City with a high near 78 and a low near 59. Before today's top story, New York State leads the nation in rat-infested cities with 5, including third-ranked New York City. Orkin released its annual rundown of 50 cities where it treated the most places for rodents in the year ending September 1st. They included Albany, which was 31st nationally, followed by Buffalo at number 41, Rochester at 43, and Syracuse, which narrowly made the cut by landing the 48th spot on the list. New York City finished third in the Extermination Company's 2023's rankings. Earning the top spot among ratty cities for the 10th year in a row was Chicago. Los Angeles finished second to the Windy City. Orkin warned in its annual press release that mice and rats torment more than 20 million homeowners each fall when temperatures drop and critters look for cozy places to spend the winter. In addition to causing structural damage to houses, according to Orkin, hungry rats present immediate safety concerns. Find the latest on this story and more right now at nydailynews.com. Hundreds of New Yorkers are signed up to share their views at a marathon city council hearing Tuesday, reviewing the Adams administration's sweeping City of Yes plan, which aims to boost the city's housing supply by overhauling decades-old zoning regulations. The hearing, which was underway Tuesday morning in the council's Zoning and Franchise Subcommittee, marked the panel's second session in as many days on the plan. On Monday, the subcommittee heard testimony from Daniel Gorodnick, Adams Department of City Planning Director, and Adolfo Carrion, his Housing Preservation and Development Commissioner. Tuesday's hearing was set to focus on public testimony, and Bronx Councilman Kevin Riley, the subcommittee's chair, kicked it off by noting that more than 700 people had signed up to speak their minds. Manhattan Borough President Mark Levine, a Democrat who has advisory input on the plan, was among those registered to testify. He offered a ringing endorsement of the City of Yes initiative, arguing it'll drastically increase the city's ability to build housing quickly. Finding a home in New York City is something akin to the Hunger Games, Levine said, noting that apartment vacancy rates in the city are at historic lows, while rents are at historic highs. This would be a game changer for our housing crisis. Most of the New Yorkers signed up to testify Tuesday, though, weren't expected to share Levine's views. Many New Yorkers participating in the hearing argue City of Yes is problematic on multiple levels. Some argue it doesn't include enough safeguards to ensure that housing units that end up being built due to the proposed zoning changes are affordable and accessible to working-class New Yorkers. Others have contended the plan would drastically alter the character of certain neighborhoods as the Adams administration pushes to use the plan's zoning overhaul to construct a little bit more housing in every corner of the city. Paul DiBenedetto, the chair of Community Board 11, which spans Auburndale, Bayside, Douglaston, and other eastern Queens neighborhoods, argued the top-down approach of the City of Yes plan will only benefit real estate developers. It is a Robert Moses-style approach to zoning, written by developers for developers, DiBenedetto testified. Among other matters, the City of Yes plan would change zoning regulations to allow for 2 to 4 stories of apartments to be built on top of commercial spaces and encourage development of single-room apartments with shared kitchens and bathrooms, so-called SROs. It would also allow empty office buildings to be transformed into housing and let owners of 1- and 2-family residential buildings turn their garages, attics, and potentially basements into housing. Many of the zoning regulations that currently prevent such development date back to the 1960s. The mayor's office has said upward of 109,000 new units of housing could be built by 2039 if the plan passes. The city council's Democratic majority, who need to sign off on the plan for it to become law, has generally been supportive of it. However, many council members representing outer boroughs, including all of its Republican members, have been skeptical. Bronx Councilwoman Rafael Salamanca, Jr., who chairs the council's Land Use Committee, voiced particular concern Monday with the plan's proposal to eliminate parking minimum requirements for housing development projects. The Department of City Planning says that the City of Yes is not a one-size-fits-all, but that's exactly what the parking proposal is, removing parking requirements across the city regardless of access to transit or other factors, Salamanca said. For more on this story and for the latest in New York City politics, visit nydailynews.com and follow us on social media at NYDailyNews. Thanks for listening. My name is Imran Sheikh.
Spoken Layer.